Welcome to the Alienware YouTube channel. I'm Umar Khan, and that tattooed hand over there is not me stretching across the room. That's Ernie Gonzalez.
Hello.
Who's going to be your future Tech Talk host. As you guys noticed, he had a video that came up today that went over the Area-51m. And man, do I have to tell you guys something. Today has been an absolute damn gauntlet. Basically, any form of communication you've seen that has come out from Alienware about our new product launches, about anything that's happening with CES, anything that's happening with partnerships, that was us at the last minute about everything. And we're not at CES. We're not at CES. And that Area 51 video, if you guys watched it, you probably noticed that it's a little bit vague. You guys may have noticed that there's like some review sites out there that probably have more information out there about the Area 51m. And the reason for that is because everybody was saying, Umar, Ernie, you guys can't talk about the Alienware Area 51. You can't do it because there's all sorts of NDAs. And you can't... Well, piss off now. I'm angry today. We did way too much. We're going to tell you everything. We are going to tell you everything.
And more.
About the Area 51m. We're going to tell you everything. So as you see, Ernie has the Area 51m in front of him, and we have been going nuts about... Let me take off my badge. This isn't professional time. I'm going to forget that and get locked out later. But, so the Alienware Area... Thank you, Anna. She's like, he's going to get locked out.
I can see it now.
Yeah. And I'm going to start screaming and crying. So, we're going to go over everything about the Alienware Area 51m. We have been talking about this unit internally
For some time.
Forever. We've been excited about it. I think it was like 3 years ago, right, Ernie? I think when we first saw mock-up.
Yep.
We were all upstairs, yeah. And they showed us mock-ups of this thing. Not the way it looked, but the idea of it. Like, hey, we're going to get a system that comes out and we're going to have like desktop CPUs on it, and we're going to have GPUs that we can take out. And we've been working on this forever because there's lots of things that went into this. If you guys noticed, like Alienware Command Center came out. Alienware Command Center had overclocking things, and then you notice that Alienware Command Center then got memory overclocking, and then I got GPU overclocking. That's because it was leading to this. We were making sure that all those things were happening. And it takes a lot to actually get your GPU overclocked. We've been talking about GPU overclocking since like 2006, right?
And
like
since
forever. I used to do QA for Alienware back then in 2006. And this was during the Dell buyout, but when it was still kind of like just Alienware itself, you know, back in the day, the old school days.
And tested so many tools.
Oh my God, we tested so many tools, so many random apps. I'm like, this is the standard, and then it wasn't the standard next week. So getting GPU going is like GPU overclocking has been a pain in the ass, but we got it going now, and that's why you have GPU overclocking, because now the warranty team's like, oh, okay, I guess we'll work on it. We'll allow you to do it. GPU. So does this have Ryzen chip? This is not a Ryzen notebook. Nope. Just getting that out there. It's not a Ryzen notebook. It is an Intel i9 series. I'm sorry, ninth gen series. Desktop CPUs. What does that mean? It means you can open this thing up and you can take the CPU you have from a desktop that's 9th generation Intel and put it in there, and it'll work. Yep. It'll work. The GPU is a little bit more tricky. So the GPU is using not MXM. A lot of people are like, oh, MXM. It's not MXM. It's actually the Dell Graphics Form Factor, I think is what it stands for.
DGFF.
Yeah, and we're going to have like it is MXM, like you can take it out. It's just like, you know, they don't really make MXM cards anymore. But the way that this works is like you can take out the graphics card, and on Dell.com, it's not up right now, but it will be up later. Probably like February or something.
Should be an upgradable section.
There's an upgrade section, and we'll make like videos going over how you do those upgrades and where you can find them. But yeah, you'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see those graphics cards there. Now, if you noticed in the freaking tech talk that Ernie did, Ernie, what is the GPU that you were allowed to say was going to be inside of this laptop?
I wasn't allowed to say a GPU. I was allowed to say NVIDIA's latest graphics.
Yes, and NVIDIA's latest graphics. We weren't even allowed, even though we knew they were RTX graphics.
Which we know what that means.
We know what it means. We weren't allowed to even say it. So that's stupid, and that's confusing. So in case you're reading anything mixed out there, and okay, whatever partnership team gets angry at it, this thing has RTX mobile graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can take it out. You can take it apart. How much? So yeah, you can take it apart.
Fully upgradable.
No, they're asking about pricing. How much is pricing? It's like you've probably seen around like 2,500. I think it's like 2,560.
Yeah, it's gonna start around 2,500. I believe.
Yeah.
Might be cheaper, but
Yeah.
I believe it's gonna be 2,500.
Yeah. So yeah. The fan sound that's loud. I don't know what you're hearing on your end. It's not that loud. It's just Ernie has a microphone next to him,
And
next to the system.
I actually want to point out in Command Center, there's a bunch of fan options that you can go to. So right now I have it on balance mode.
Yeah.
But you can go to performance mode, which I normally do to
Do
run gaming.
performance. Show everybody what performance.
It's a little
mode is.
louder.
Like I don't hear Ernie's system, but now when you do
I'll
performance
show you
mode,
performance mode.
yeah.
All right, so
Why not just build the desktop? Go ahead. If you like to play with grown-up Legos, that's fine. There's some people that need mobile, a mobile device that can get them, moving, and that way they can do their editing in other places. Could you imagine, like, I edit lots of, like, different kinds of things. Like, could you imagine if I had to carry around a desktop with me all the time? And I do mobile gaming, like, we have to go and do, like different things. So.
see, right now it's on performance mode. The
Yeah.
fans are going to ramp up a little bit, but it's just going to constantly be flowing air in and out.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the bottom, I just want to point this out real quick.
We weren't even supposed to do this stream. We just quickly put this together. By
It
the way,
has
guys.
mad
Yeah, because we were
new cooling and
Yeah.
airports. Sorry, got to cover this sticker for you people. But it's all brand new hexagon shaped air vents.
Yeah.
And the GPU and CPU sit right here.
Yeah.
And I'll show you that in a second.
Yeah, so Ernie has it. Don't worry about the sticker. Who cares?
Okay. Well, we're already going to get probably yelled at anyways. But it also has quiet mode. It has balance mode, performance mode. All those are fan options that you can set yourself into.
Yeah.
And quiet mode is definitely quiet.
Again, sorry about the quality of the stream. We decided to put this together like 30 minutes ago
Yeah.
because we were like, you know what?
It wasn't going to happen.
You know what? Everyone's talking as much as they want about the Area 51, and that's not fair. We're going to do it now, too. So, yeah. Is the screen upgradable? That, I don't know if it's going to be available online for you to upgrade the screen itself. I haven't taken it apart from a screen level.
Right now, I don't know if they're going to upgrade the screen yet. It might be an option later on, but right now it comes with a 144 hertz G-Sync panel.
And it comes with, and I have all the monitor answers here. Are you guys ready? I'm not supposed to tell you any of this because I'm sure some of them probably aren't going to be day of launch, but screw it, we're going to do it. So this thing has a 17.3-inch screen, okay? That's it across the board because it is a 17-inch laptop. All the screens that are going to be available are FHD screens. We have 60 hertz anti-glare IPS display. We have non-G-Sync and G-Sync. And again, there is a non-G-Sync G-Sync version. Both of them come with Tobii eye tracking that are 144 hertz.
Yeah, this model right here is the G-Sync 144 hertz with the Tobii eye tracking.
Yeah. And I won't necessarily go over the specific GPUs that will be on there because I don't know what's been said out there. We're already kind of like, I know we're already kind of like getting slapped for saying RTX, but it's going to have RTX graphics. And if it's going to be our flagship, it's going to have a 2080.
You can basically...
Yeah, like, come on.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. QHD, I don't have on a roadmap right now. I know that there's more configs. Like every time we launch a product, you get like, I think like 4 configurations that go up on the site itself. And then I think like 2.5 or 3 months later, you'll see way more.
And it's all individually lit keyboard, backlit keyboard.
Why go with the G7 chassis and not be original? This is a brand new chassis.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Brand new form factor.
Yeah, I think you have to see it yourself.
This is aluminum
Like,
magnesium alloy
Yeah.
chassis. I'm just going to unplug
yeah,
this.
if you notice, Ernie
me
has
just
2 AC adapters plugged in to it.
Yeah,
So it
this
has
is-
dual AC adapter options. You can play on a single AC adapter, but really to power the graphics that are in this thing, you're going to want to use 2.
Running both, yeah.
Yeah.
It also has a port for the Alienware graphics amplifier.
How is the speaker quality compared to the R5? It's loud.
This
as
system
hell.
has the loudest speakers I have ever witnessed for a
Yeah.
notebook. Myself personally, and I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
Yeah. So Ernie told me that the speakers were loud on it when we were making the video, and we were like, I told him like, but is it really loud? So he started playing it. I'm like, hey man, that sounds pretty good. He's like, I have it halfway.
Yeah. it really fills the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Benchmarks, we don't have benchmarks right now. Like we said, people have been very hush-hush about the RTX graphics and stuff like that, about us saying anything. So whatever benchmark we show you now probably isn't like the final, not even the finalized, but even like, I guess what you would say like the pilot level driver.
What I can promise you guys is I will make you guys a performance video and I'll show you benchmarks.
What did you tell me? What did you, no, we're gonna break some serious problems here. What did you tell me this is compared to, performance-wise?
An Aurora.
Yeah.
It
A similarly
technically- yeah.
spec'd Aurora,
We're-
right?
We're sitting side by side.
Yeah.
Same specs.
Yeah.
Notebook for desktop.
Yep. Can this machine run Roblox 4K? I sure hope so, because I'm gonna get one for my daughter.
It will definitely run Roblox 4K.
Yeah.
This is a beast of a system. I have personally ran on this system alone Shadow of Tomb Raider 4K, Deus Ex 4K, just about any game 4K, Battlefield, Call of Duty, they all work. I mean, it's just, do you want to game 4K? That's up to you. It's your choice.
Yeah.
This is a hog.
I
Definitely.
don't enjoy 4K gaming, to be honest.
Me neither.
I got a 4K screen to game for a bit. Not for a bit. It's in my freaking house. I bought it, and I rarely ever put it at 4K because like I'm just like I guess it looks alright.
Yeah. I had a 4K monitor and I traded it in for a G-Sync monitor just because I like the higher refresh rates. But
Alcidius or Alcidius, I don't know how to say your name, but Ernie did go over the fan noise. There's fan
there's
levels.
fan presets.
Yeah, so he had it performance for a bit, and it went up, and then he had it at quiet mode and different modes, and it was changing the fan sound.
I just want to point this
Yeah.
out. This is my favorite part right here.
Yeah,
This looks
I
beautiful.
love the
I
lighting
don't know
on
if
this
you guys
thing.
can see it.
Area 51 or this. So I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna be a dick, and people are gonna get upset. I don't see the point of the Area 51. I like the Area 51M. I like the M series notebooks.
I'm gonna shut
I
it
like
down.
the Aurora. I think the Aurora fulfills a lot of the things that you need out of a desktop. I mean, all the streams we've done for the past 2 years have gone off of Auroras, really.
Aurora is my favorite
Yeah.
unit ever.
So
But I am biased, as I was
I
a
know.
desktop guy forever.
I know, yeah, you were doing desktop performance for a
But
long
this
time.
is definitely my notebook of choice right here.
Yeah.
This is one beautiful system. And it comes in 2 colors.
Yes. So try to say them correctly.
Lunar Light,
Yes.
Lunar Light.
Lunar light white.
I was an easel for a long time of my
Yeah.
life, so
So for those of you not from
please don't
Miami,
rip me.
those of you not from Miami,
Or you can rip me, I don't care. I don't take things personally.
ESOL is like English as a second language.
Yeah.
And so-
I only spoke Spanish for till I was about 5 years old.
yeah. So there's lunar light, which is white, which is
And-
this white.
Yes. It's more like I don't know if it's white as it is like a
It's like a.
light gray, because if you can see the lettering,
It's kind of like our
you can see
walls.
the bright white through it. So it's like I couldn't call it like a space gray.
Yeah,
You
like
can call it like a
space
light
gray.
space gray,
Yeah.
which is sick. It looks really good.
And then
with the
it's
flat black looks
Dark
awesome.
side of the moon as well, right?
Yeah, which is
Dark side
all
of the moon,
solid black.
It's a solid black.
I
And it
don't
looks
have
cool.
one to show you.
I didn't even know it was coming in black until I saw it in the lab that you were
Yeah.
working on, and that one looked really, really nice. I actually was like, man, white looks badass, and then I saw black, and I'm like, but we keep doing black, but this looks really good.
So from a lot of people's opinions, because I've had both of them laid out, and people have walked through and looked at them. Everybody seems to gravitate towards the white because it's different.
Yeah,
But a lot of people, when they see the black, they're like, it just looks classy.
it's because the lights pop more on the black too.
I think so. Yeah. All the ring and it
Yeah.
just looks nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about the black to me looks classy, and the white looks sharp. Looks almost like a stormtrooper kind of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if we can say that, but what's wrong with a stormtrooper? And
Will we do a video?
while we're
about
talking,
the
I'm going to go ahead and just
55-inch?
start
The 55-inch OLED.
opening this up for you.
We didn't
fellas.
even see it yet, right?
I have not seen
We have
it.
not seen it. Me and Ernie have physically never seen this 55-inch OLED. All I know is that people were telling me to make videos about it, and I said, how?
Yeah,
I don't have one. Do you have pictures to send me? No. I'm like, so how's this video gonna get made? Hey, what's the status on that video? Oh boy.
So I'm gonna just start opening it up and
Yeah,
just giving you a look
push it a
inside.
little bit more forward on
Yeah,
the
you got
table.
it. Sorry.
So,
The feet are built in,
yeah.
rubberized material too, which is sweet.
People are asking when it's going to be available. Right now, I don't know the date that it's going to be available. It could be tomorrow, or it could be the beginning of
Yeah,
February, late January. It's one of those two. No in between. Maybe.
And this is not the only thing we launched at CES, also, by the way.
No, like Dadbot mentioned, the 55-inch OLED is something that was mentioned, I guess, at CES. I'm sure we're going to see articles about it.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the M17 that was announced.
The M17, yep.
Yep, and we have info about that. If you guys want to talk about the M17, we don't physically have an M17, and that's why
Yet.
we didn't have. That's why we didn't do a tech talk.
Yet.
We're gonna try to do it for
Yeah.
next week.
I have
a video for
one
it.
coming for you
yeah,
guys.
so we'll do that. But the M15 does have, and I leaked that before Christmas. Well, on Christmas Eve. Yeah, so I guess that is before Christmas. I leaked the 240 hertz display because again, it was a situation like this where we're doing this live stream and we're not supposed to because I got upset that we weren't allowed to talk about certain things. So we leaked the 240 hertz because I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about what's inside the system. I don't care. I haven't gotten in trouble.
Got 4 DIMMs of memory.
Yep, 4 DIMMs of memory.
Up to
not 2.
64 gigs.
Yep.
Which is what we got in this bad boy right here. A 90-watt lithium battery, which gives you battery for a while.
Yeah.
I believe it has, here's the M.2 wireless card, 2 M.2 slots actually, sorry, and a 2.5 hard drive. And let's just open this part up right here so I can show you where the thermals are sitting.
Yep.
Because I know that's the main thing people want to talk about.
Yeah, the thermals.
The thermals, so let's talk about it.
So how long is the battery life? We don't have battery life claims, so we don't know. Zoom, how can I zoom this in? It's just a webcam. We just set this up real fast.
Well, I'll bring it
Let's
up
see.
to you guys. I'll bring it
Let's
up.
see if I can zoom it in.
Right here, actually right here, if you look, right here we have a little Easter egg inside. I don't know if you guys saw my video or not.
Actually, you know what I can do? Oh man, I'm getting text that I think we got in trouble. We're gonna keep going. Let me make a new scene real quick.
Well, I'm
and
new.
I'll
I'm
see-
new on the job, so I can take the hand slap.
Yeah, yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, you take the hand slap. Let me see if I can zoom this in. Let's see if I can make a quick scene to change that. New scene. Is it this one? Yeah. Here we go. Yes, I think this works. Let's see. I'm gonna put this here.
All right. Before we get into it and start touching any parts, I just unscrewed this.
I don't know why
Unplug
that
the
Louis
battery.
Soto guy says the M15 is gonna fail. This is gonna fail like the M15. I know that you're just trolling, but actually the M15 sold very, very well. We've had M15s, and you know a lot of. And I'm not saying that people aren't having problems with their system. I don't want to say that. But I also did IT, and a lot of people had problems with their system. And I have no idea how the hell that happened to them when I did IT, and I still don't understand that here at Alienware because I get tons of systems. I even get systems from events where tons of people will touch them, and I don't have problems with the systems. I don't know why people say those things. I mean, maybe you got a dud. Maybe that happened. Maybe you're really
possible.
unlucky. I don't know. I've never gotten a dud, ever. I've even gotten systems back from people. So when people had issues on like Reddit, I was like, send me your system so I can do a deep dive on it, so I can try to replicate the problem. And I got the system, and it worked for me. And I was like, I don't understand what happened to you. And they're like, no, it's not working. It's broken. And then I'd send it back. I guess you just had the golden touch. What? I just turned it on for you. But I mean, okay, man.
I mean, things happen.
Sorry, these things happen. Technology's weird.
I'm gonna pull the battery out just so for
So
safety.
it's not a full size. So when you say full size GPU, we're not talking about desktop GPU.
No.
This is bigger than a mobile GPU, though.
It has desktop CPU.
It has a desktop CPU.
But it has its own form factor GPU. I really don't know why I'm
Yeah,
thinking
so
out
Steve, speaking about elevating the back of the system of the M15, that helps considerably.
For
Actually,
thermals.
that's one of the things with this system for the Area-51M. So when we were still designing it, and this was before we got into the phase where like, we're going to sell this. So I did a deep dive based off of a lot of people's comments on Reddit and stuff like that over our previous notebooks. And one of the things I was telling them was like, hey, we need to add feet to this thing. There needs to be more like distance underneath the system so that way it can breathe better. I already felt like the systems had pretty good foot space, but obviously I've seen the results of people having more Z height. So when we were going through that, and I mentioned it to the engineers, like, actually, bro, check this out. And they showed me the foot area. If you notice from Ernie's thing, actually, let me see on the on here. If you look, not there's the black area, the very
vents?
back. No, on the actual system itself. That
Yeah,
you see how big that is? Like that's a much thicker.
Yeah, it's elevated big time.
Yeah, it's elevated big time in the back.
Probably like a half an inch.
Yeah, so it's pretty darn like good how much it's elevated. Is Alienware done with Stream Machine? I assume that you mean Steam Machine, and I would say, yeah, I guess until Steam Machine actually becomes a thing. You know, I was reading an article yesterday on Reddit that someone was saying, and the Steam OS is based off of Linux. Someone was saying like only like 0.1%, 0.01% of users of my game play on Linux, yet 20% of my troubleshooting tickets are from Linux. It's just not a good distribution to use. It's just not. I mean, not distro. Linux is a different distro, but you know what I mean.
The system's never been. That's pretty sweet.
Is a magnetic mesh for dust capture? So I didn't really ask that question, and I assume it is when I was going through it.
So right here you have a dust shield right over where the main fans would be. It's all this is a dust shield, but you have like a double shield right
Yeah,
here.
and I think it's very specific for the area that it goes over. Where does it goes over?
It
One of
goes
the heat
right
sinks,
over,
right?
Yeah. Actually, it's the memory, I believe.
It goes over the memory
Yeah.
more? Okay.
So then this right here.
Is there a 4K? There's not a 4K for this. And is there an Alienware 19? No, there isn't an Alienware 19. How much will it go for? Again, it's going for around 2,500 starting or 2,600 starting. I don't know because I was told a number and then I see all these articles coming out where they're saying a different number.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's one of those two.
I would definitely say it's in the 2,000 range.
It is in the 2,000 range.
It's in the 2,000
Yeah.
range. We're not in sales. I'm not really sure, but I mean, we can find out.
Yeah, there is an Alienware 55-inch, but it's a TV. Like, it's a little different. Is it a TV or a monitor?
I think it's considered a monitor.
I know, I think it's considered a monitor, but I keep seeing articles where people are saying Alienware TV. Wait, they can't say that. That's our thing. We trademarked Alienware TV. But now when people Google Alienware TV, they're going to go to the stream page. Whatever. Better for me. Is it a tank? People like slim and stealthy nowadays. But there are slim and stealthy. Well, I guess not stealthy, because Epic Silver is not really stealthy, I guess. I don't know. Knives are pretty stealthy, and they're silver, right? I don't know. But
I don't really think it's supposed to be.
But the M17 and M15 are those
thin and lights.
Are those thin and lights, and they're not bad. Like, I like using them. As a matter of fact, I just smashed my Alienware 13 in anger.
Wouldn't this be
Serious.
considered
I just-
a desktop replacement? That's what this is.
I broke it.
Yeah, he did.
I got
He broke it.
Not good.
He
Real
literally
bad.
broke it right before
Yeah.
this.
Right before the stream. But I'm now going to have to replace that screen. And that's going to be a pain. But, yeah. Yeah.
You talked about your laptop.
Yeah, I talked about my laptop. Oh, man. Like I said, basically everything you've seen spoken about Alienware today was because of our team. So, really obnoxious day today. Yeah. How much does it cost for the most powerful Area-51M? I don't know. I only know what I kind of know what the starting price is, $2,500 to $2,600. When will they go on sale? I think it's either tomorrow or it's going to be late January, early February.
Everything's labeled, which is actually pretty sweet. All the screws are labeled. Everything's labeled.
So a
down
4K M17, I can actually find that information. Let's see. Is there a 4K M17? I'm pretty sure I'm not even supposed to mention the M17 stuff. I think the M17 stuff is even more sensitive than this.
I don't know. It's all
Yeah,
out,
there's a
it's
4K.
all out there already.
There's a UHD screen for the M17 IPS display.
Yeah, and it looks nice.
It looks nice?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the one that you have?
yeah. I will definitely be bringing that in so you guys can see that.
The normal Alienware 17 and the normal Alienware 15 are not going to be getting RTX that I know of right now. I don't know.
The M17? Or
No, not the M's.
The normals?
The normal,
Yeah.
the
No.
non-M's.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the new stuff right now.
So people were asking me about the weight, and I totally did not ignore you. I just got sidetracked. But it has, it's 8.5 pounds, a little bit over 8.5 pounds, like 8.54, I think is what it is.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not heavy. I thought it was going to be heavy. It's back heavy, though. It's definitely back heavy. So this does it, and let's use our marketing terms, guys, because I know you guys don't care about this, but it's using the Cryotech 2.0 technology.
Yep.
Who here even cares about that? Why do I even say that? They always make me say it. Who cares? Do you guys care about Cryotech? Do you guys care? What time is it in America for you right now? So America is divided up into 4 time zones. Probably more because I'm not counting our territories. But it's 4:17 p.m. here in Austin, Texas. And yes, it has 2 power breaks.
Yes, it does. A 130 watt and a 330 for
I
this
have
model.
So I have the
But-
different breakdowns.
yeah.
So the breakdowns for this are, so it has, so all 3 battery AC adapter options are 180 watt. You always get a 180 watt, but it goes 180 180, 180 240, or 180 330. Are the thermals better than the previous Alienware 17 R5 Core i9? I don't have that information to kind of like share because we haven't done our own, like me and Ernie haven't done our own thermal performance testing for this as the community
really
team
got
yet.
to play with this.
Yeah, we haven't had a real chance to play with it because we've been
This
making...
is literally the system from the video.
Yeah, this is the system from the video, and we didn't play on the system. We just turned it on, got it going, like, and we got it like the day of we were going to do the video, right?
Yep.
Like, so we haven't really had a chance to use this level of the Area-51m. We've used early models of it, but those early models were just to make sure that, you know, it did what it said it was going to do with the specific configurations. Which graphics card will mount this model? It will be using, so it is going to be using not necessarily MXM and an MSM like an MXM like GPU, which is, I think it's called the Dell Graphics Form Factor, which you can get on Alienware.com. And I don't have the information of that, like of how to get to that right now because it's not available right now.
What's going on over
Oh,
there?
cool. It's actually, so if you go to Alienware.com right now, I guess they just added it. That's really cool. Let me, I guess I can't show you.
Over there?
But if you go to Alienware.com, I can't switch the scene right now. If you go to Alienware.com right now, you're going to see there's 3 tabs. There's products, deals, support, and Arena. You should go to Arena because that's one of my major KPIs for you to go there. Anyway, if you go to the support section, there's an area called parts and upgrades. You go to this section, you can find parts by your system, and it should bring up parts for the Area-51m when it is available. It's not going to be available right now. Zach Smith, I don't know about that information you're talking about. I have never heard about it. Not saying Frank is a liar, but Frank says a lot of things that he doesn't necessarily share with us. They end up becoming true, but like
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But definitely, if you ever want something leaked or you want to know more, just ask Frank. He loves to be in trouble, so he doesn't mind leaking things, especially when we tell him, "Hey, Frank, that's not fair." Like the community engagement team would really like to leak something ahead of time, and he's like, "My product, so I'll do what I want." So that's
It's
sweet.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
Come out of here, baby.
So the monitor options on there right now, like I said, the monitor options right there are the ones that we're going to launch with. But that doesn't mean that that's the monitor options that it'll stay with. Just historically speaking, and this isn't me with any information. I don't have future information about the screens that will be on this thing. However, we do normally like come out with like monitor upgrades, like like 3-4 months into it. I mean, maybe E3 there might even be new ones. I'm just talking about historics here. I honestly don't know the answer. If anybody were to interrogate me right now and waterboard me, I still wouldn't have the answer for you. And it's been proven that interrogations don't really get you reliable information. So I might even lie to you, and you would have waterboarded me for nothing.
So for everybody that likes building desktops, this is definitely very desktop-like.
Yes, it is really desktop-like inside. And I took this apart with those engineers. Super easy to get into.
It's fun if you like it.
Yeah, it's fun. And it doesn't have that many screws, actually. Like, you remember the MALX?
I'm literally stripping everything off.
Yeah, you're taking everything off. Do you remember the MALX?
Yeah.
That
had
thing
a lot of screws.
had like 128 screws, and I had to refurbish like 56 of those. That was a nightmare, and I wanted to die. That was awful. 2006, never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget. I'm wondering what other information we can mention that nobody else really knows while you're still taking that apart. So it's got magnesium alloy construction around it, and you can find some of this information on the experience page on Arena. There's a tab that says experiences, and there's an Area-51m one, which is super cool.
I believe this is a 3-year project.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, this system took a while to come out, to actually be created. Do I know when it'll be released in Italy? I don't know. I know that it'll be available in Europe. I don't know specifically when it'll launch in the different regions. I do know that our European teams are very hungry to use the content that we're creating for their countries. So this is probably going to be something that'll be used for like the European teams, this stream specifically. So this system does have our Tactics keyboard, the one that has a 2.2 millimeter travel with the anti-ghosting technology and the N key rollover, a keyboard that you do not see on the M15 and the M17. This is the kind of keyboard that is on like the Alienware 15 and 17. And it is using 5th generation Tobii eye tracking technology. If you guys want to mess with some sort of like Tobii eye training videos, again, on Alienware Arena, you can check out Alienware Academy. And there are like tutorials for you to use like your Tobii eye tracker and score and like different games. I think right now it's CSGO.
Legit heavy heatsink.
Yeah, the heatsink
Let's
is
show
really
you this
heavy.
Heatsink.
Really solid, huge
Copper
heatsink.
piping.
Yep. Can I connect an external GPU to the Alienware Area-51m? You can with the Alienware graphics amplifier. You can do it. It does have the Alienware graphics amplifier port in it. Any idea if the 2018 M15 would be upgradable with any of the new stuff, like purchasing one of the new displays and having it fitted? I don't know, Stephen J. I haven't messed with that myself, nor have I been privy to that information. I do know that on Reddit, people have successfully upgraded their previous gen model, not their previous gen model, but their models that didn't have a specific display option at the time. They got one and put it on themselves.
All right. Well, this is it. This is as bare as it's going to get.
Yep. So Ernie has totally took this thing apart.
In less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, less than 20 minutes. He has the thing totally
Literally, I've never done
undone.
it before.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, that was your first time.
It was my first
But
time.
you've done this for 20 years. You're good.
Yeah,
at
but
it.
I've never
Yeah.
messed with notebooks, really.
Yeah, you are more of a desktop boy.
So we got our desktop CPU right here, and then this is the Dell DGFF graphics card.
Yeah.
Let me show you how easy it is to swap this bad boy.
So someone is asking a very intimate question.
Tell me.
The question is, do you guys ever use other products like Razer and MSI and so on, or do you use Alienware laptops? I mean, I'll be honest, I use Alienware laptops for everything. And the thing is,
Are we talking like home use or are we
like
talking
home use? Yeah.
Alienware.
Yeah.
I use Alienware for everything. I mean,
Anna uses Alienware too.
I would be a traitor if I didn't.
Yeah, but Anna had like her own system that she had like built a while back, and then she got an Area 51, and now she has a laptop too, and another Area 51 now, right? Or an Aurora? An Aurora. Yeah. So you use Alienware products at your house. My house is outfitted entirely with Alienware products. I do like to do DIY sometimes. I do like it just because it's more of the experience and feel, but it's also nice just to have a computer that I can turn on. Like it comes in a box and it's ready to go. But let me tell you something a bit candid. So we used to do competitive analysis, and we used to get all sorts of other systems in, even systems like third-party systems that are like knockoff Alienwares out of China. And we would use these different competitor products. And the thing is, like, people, after we did it, like, everyone forgot that me and Ernie and John had them.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like, we should just use these. And then we started to, remember, I'll be totally candid. I don't care how in trouble I get. Remember, I was using a Razer blade.
You had a Razer blade. I used a Lenovo desktop.
Yeah, you were using a Lenovo desktop, and it shit itself, right?
Yeah.
In like a month and a half, totally took a
I'm not gonna
dump.
lie. I was like, wow, this is kind of nice. This is cool. Look at if
Yeah.
anything, I would buy something like. And then it took a dump.
And it
I
took a
was like,
dump, a serious dump.
Yeah. Never came
And
back.
the warranty team wouldn't help us
Never came
at
back.
all.
Yep.
And then I had a Razer blade, and I used that for about 2 weeks until I started to burn my hands. Remember? And I said, what the hell? And then I started putting water on it to see if it would evaporate the water, and it was evaporating the water. And I took a video and I was showing our teams like, hey guys, everyone says our system sucks, but look at this. I was like, holy shit. And the MSI, we had an MSI laptop that we melted.
We had MSI. We also had.
We melted the MSI laptop in a blanket.
We had an Origin system too.
In a blanket. I was like, this gets really hot, but people keep talking how good its thermals are. And then I thought, let's do the Xbox Red Ring fix to it. So I put it in blankets, and I did it with an Alienware, and the Alienware didn't melt. The Alienware got hot. It did get hot. And I could feel it through the blanket getting hot, but I didn't feel like the blanket was going to catch on fire. I was just like, oh, nice, it's in the dryer. The MSI unit melted inside. I had melted plastic in my blankets.
Jeez. Let's show the people the GPU.
Yeah, so Ernie's got the GPU right now in his hand. Yeah, they can see it in that angle. So that's the GPU. Look how hefty that is.
It's got the HDMI port up built in on it. Mini DP. And it's literally 3 screws or 4. I think I took 3 screws to swap out, and then 2 for the little connection bracket. That's it.
Does it work with only one PSU? It does work with only one PSU.
Yes.
Yes.
The bigger PSU should
Yeah.
work, but I mean, if it's gonna affect a little bit of.
It's going to affect the performance. But you could definitely do indie gaming
Yeah,
on
you
it.
could
And
play-
by indie gaming, I don't mean games like Ark or
No.
Rust. Like, I think that will kind of be like, whoa, what the hell? I'm not talking about, like, you can play Undertale. That's not a good example. That's really low end. You could play, like,
Broforce.
Bro4. That's even low end, too.
I know. I just really like that game.
I know. I'm trying to think of an indie game that kind of pushes it a little bit. Like Cuphead. You could play Cuphead on it. No problem. You could play...
God, that's a fun game.
Cuphead's a lot of fun. Makes me
Jesus.
angry.
Nothing makes me angrier than Super Smash Brothers right now, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I know Super Smash Brothers makes you angry.
I
But
know.
there's Brawlhalla. Speaking of Smash Brothers, you could play that on there.
Brawlhalla's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That game doesn't make me as angry as Super Smash.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at that one.
What are the difference between this one and the Alienware 15? So the Alienware 15, it does have the N key rollover. It does have the 2.2 millimeter Tactics keyboard and stuff like that. It does have 10 series graphics. That one does. But it has soldered on CPU, GPU. It's using a notebook CPU processor. I think that there's more hard drive options that are available for
There's
this.
more
Let me actually
there's-
look it up. I
This
do
has
have a
2
sheet
M.2s
open.
and one 2.5.
I have the full breakdown here. So you can do 3 storage configuration on this thing, and I think you can go up to 4, honestly. I think we're just selling it with 3. I think you can do up to 4. I think I remember having that conversation. Like if we took out the Wi-Fi card, I think you
Yeah.
could do, I think you could do 4.
This
For
is
the
actually
money,
the
you better
first
play
time-
Star Citizen. You can play Star Citizen on a bunch of different laptops. It just depends on how you do your settings for it. But
This is the first time I even get a good look at this thing inside.
yeah.
Oh, let's show them the Easter egg.
Oh yeah, the Easter egg.
Point this out for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, they can see it actually looks a little bit better than in the video.
You see the 96 there? That's, can I just say what it is?
Yeah, just say what the Easter egg is. I don't think anyone's planning anything really around it.
The 96 is the year Alienware was founded. And then these are the 2 coordinates for the Alienware locations. One in Miami and one I believe in Taipei or
It
Singapore.
may be the Taipei one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But there's 2 on here. I know the Miami one's the top one. And I just thought that was a cool little touch. And everything on here is labeled, screws, everything on here. So you don't have to worry about putting it back together if you don't really have the experience.
Yeah.
And I heard they're going to send out text if you want for a small fee, I assume. Come to your house and upgrade it if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. You're talking about things that aren't necessarily finalized yet. However, I'm pretty sure that it's going to happen.
I'm pretty sure. Again,
Yeah,
slap me if I'm wrong.
No, because I'm kind of like helping drive that. So we're going to have like if
I would
you don't
assume, you know.
if you don't feel like doing the DIY portion, we can have someone come out and do it for
Or
you.
just
yeah.
send me an email, I'll go over your house. Or you-
Which isn't too far fetched. We've gotten customer units to fix before.
Yeah, I'll
right?
do
As
it.
favors.
Yeah.
Like Frank's like, this guy's having a bad time. Cool, we have support. You're my support. No! And then he gets-
Basically, yeah.
And we end up fixing the system. So yeah.
This is sharp, dude. It's
What?
It's really sharp looking.
Yeah. I thought you said something. Never mind.
No, it's it's not. This is just a good looking system.
Well, I take a look at your hot water heater. I don't even know how mine works. I need to figure out how to use my water softener in my house.
Dude, I did install a little tank on top of my water heater so it doesn't blow up because my house didn't come with it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was hard. Like I would never do that again. So I'm not good. I'm not good at plumbing. Probably I probably won't be your guy for that.
But we'll fix your computers maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can fix it. Yeah, if
We
you
escalate
want,
high
I
enough
could
to
try.
Frank. And if he sees his videos, like, well, now I know I can just deal with all my problems this way. Put it back together, blindfolded, Bird Box style.
So speaking about that, I was gonna
Yeah.
do it. I actually had a blindfold behind me because I saw the movie last night, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great for the people." And then I was like, "No, I'm done."
Yeah,
And that movie was freaking crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. Do we think we'll ever add water cooling in it? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Again, you should tweet Frank for that one.
Yeah, tweet Frank for that one. We're like on it. Yeah. So basically, Frank is pretty open to anything you guys tell him, and he'll tell you anything you want to know, really.
And I mean, the thermals have been, I mean, this thing alone is one diesel piece of
Yeah.
heat sink right here. It's all one piece. It's copper. I think it's fully copper, actually.
Yeah.
Then you have your vents over all the main locations where your heat would come out, including the ones on the top front of the keyboard. And it also has heat shields inside, so, I mean, I don't know. I have not seen this overheat at all or get anywhere near hot. So,
And it has a new design, which is nice. Like, that's
Yeah,
the big thing
totally
that really
new
got me
design.
going, the new design.
this is the Cryotech 2.0, people.
Yep.
It's bigger than my head. It's about as long as my torso.
It is not as long as your torso. You're like 6'2" or something.
This is solid.
Oh, Wicker's calling out Anna. So Frank follows me on Twitter when even Anna doesn't. LOL, Frank's a good guy.
Oh,
First of all,
wow.
we're,
Hit it where it hurts. Hit it where it hurts.
I don't look at Twitter anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she doesn't look at Twitter.
She
She
doesn't
just
even follow me.
she just posts. I think she follows you on
She
Twitter.
I think I did when you joined the team officially. 'Cause
Yeah.
I started using Twitter.
That's because she had to. Because I begged her.
I don't really follow anybody on Twitter. Most of the people I follow on Twitter it's normally work related or someone that I needed to send me like a direct message. That's just the way I tweet. Does it fit in a microwave? Yes, I guess. Do you want to melt it in the microwave?
There's a lot of things you could fit in a microwave.
So I'll go over the screen again. We're gonna end the stream now. In about 5 minutes. So any questions you guys have, just toss them out there. We'll try to answer them. Because this is already an unscheduled stream and we weren't really supposed to talk about this. But again, you saw I punched my monitor. I got angry today. So now we're leaking stuff. We're talking as much as possible.
Would you guys think it would be helpful if we did a tear apart video for you guys on Serenity? Area 51M and how it works?
Yeah. So if you want to talk about cool stuff, you already said it, and I'm just going to leak it as well because we're just leaking stuff. So we've been calling this thing. It's really hard to call it the Area 51M. So here at Alienware, we name our systems code names in case anybody's like hearing. So I'm sure it already got leaked somewhere. If not, I'm going to be the first one. We've been calling it like Serenity. So like, the ship. So real cool. And that's why I already let that slip just now because we've been saying that nonstop. We only found out it was going to be called Area 51M officially like a month ago. Yeah. Right?
And I'm pretty sure I've been spelling it all wrong and everything too. So.
Yeah, I think for a while it was actually going to be the M17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please show us temperature. So we're not going to put it back together right now and do the temperature, but we are going to do performance videos for the Area 51M, and we're going to do performance videos around the M17, and we're going to show you the frame rate, and we're also going to show you thermals. So we're going to do that with those systems.
Yeah, I figure this month you're probably going to get a bunch of YouTube videos on just these two products.
Yeah, this month you're definitely going to get information on that this month. So any future monitors other than this laptop? I think they announced a 55-inch OLED. So there's a 55-inch OLED.
Is it considered a monitor or TV? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. We got to look up the articles. Yeah. So
you can plug it into systems. So.
Yeah. So someone asked me about the displays. The displays on this, and I did answer this before, but I'll do it again since I did say I would answer questions. This has 4 FHD screens. That's 1080 screens. 2 of them are 60 hertz screens, IPS displays. One is G-Sync and one is non-G-Sync. And then there is another that is 100. There are 2 others that are 144 hertz. One's G-Sync, one's non-G-Sync, but both of those come with Tobii eye tracking. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this scene. There we go. Now you see my face. Do you think it will be upgraded to work with 128 gigabytes of RAM? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. That is a good question. I wonder if I have that info. Let's see.
I know right now
I don't have that
64
info here.
gigs.
Yeah, 64 gigs.
And 2 Intel Optane drives.
Yeah. I don't know if there's laptop 32 gigabyte sticks yet. Are
sure.
there? I remember someone told me they exist, and I looked it up, and I didn't find it anywhere. So when can you buy one? Most likely tomorrow, or let's say late January, early February. It's one of those two. Yeah. Alienware showing off. I guess rich people will enjoy it. Well, I'm not rich, buddy. I'm super frugal. The thing is, I sell my blood platelets.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's expensive. But the thing is, so
it's a flagship product. I mean.
My Area 51 that I use at home for editing, that's the first generation of the new Area 51s. And I've had that since what, 2015, 2014?
And I have first gen Threadripper.
Yeah, you have the first gen Threadripper. I use a Alienware 13, the first gen of the 13. Still use that, no problem. Like, there's a lot of longevity. I know it's really expensive, but like, it lasts a long time. It's kind of like and that's the point of the Area 51M, is this longevity kind of play to it.
You have all the workings of a notebook, but with the same upgradability as the desktop.
Nothing Alienware is affordable. You literally cannot afford the $25 rest that we sell. Well, we have different keyboards and stuff. We have keyboards and mice and mouse pads and hats and shirts. I mean, there's a lot of things. Nothing's like out of reach. And I actually think that the M series laptops are very affordable.
And financing.
And there's financing, yes. But there's also there's people in regions that probably can't finance, you know. But and also when you're in a different region outside of the U.S., you also have to take into like the trade taxes and all this crazy tariff stuff that's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure about currency and how it works.
I have an old Dell notebook with 2 gigs of RAM and a 15-inch screen. You could say I'm kind of a big deal. You are a big deal, Bad Friends Gaming. So yeah.
He's a part of the Nexus program.
Oh, okay.
He's just talking shit, I assume.
Yeah, so Wicker, Bad Friends mentioned as well as Wicker, the headset is well, Wicker just says the mice and keyboard are nice, and it's true. And Bad Friends mentioned the headset. Wicker has a headset as well, and they're really comfortable. I really like the headsets.
Me too.
Like a lot.
I use it for everything.
So just like this laptop, those headsets were in development for a long time. How many times did we see mock-ups of it?
Oh my god, dude.
Bro, and then when they finally did come out with it, we're like, wait, but are you for real though?
Yeah.
And then they didn't show it to us until like 2 weeks before it launched, remember? We didn't get to see it until almost launch time.
Yeah.
So there
That's
are
normally what
Dell
happens.
discounts for students. There is a program on there, and I think it's like 10%, maybe 50. I don't know. There is a university program. There is a students program. So I think it's teenagers and students complaining about pricing.
I mean,
I guess.
yeah,
I
there's nothing
guess.
wrong with them complaining.
Well, the thing is with kids. So the way I see it is this way. So when people ask you like, what's something that you spend a lot of money on that you find a lot of value out of, like spending money on a good pair of shoes or a good suit. That's good, like, because you're not going to go and buy new ones. Same thing like buying nice jeans, so that way they last longer. Same like buying a nice bed because it'll last long. Like, these are things you spend extra money on because they have a comfort level. There's a certain experience and amount of time used with these things, right? But then when you look at kids don't get larger amounts of money at a time. That's why they have like allowances and stuff like that. And that's why I'm going to take the shots. That's why games like Fortnite generate so much money, because the kids, they get their small amounts of money and like, I'm going to use it on a skin because this is my special thing that I want to use it on. And while people are probably like, oh yeah, you're going to shit on kids. No, because back in the day, they would go to the candy store after school and buy candy. They'd buy Airheads and stuff like that. It's the same thing. You're just using that money on the game. I'm not shitting on kids and how they spend money. You don't see adults going to place and buying like, you know what? I don't want the $1.50 Airhead. I want the $50 Airhead. They don't, because they make the Airhead specifically for kids at a low price point, and so kids buy Airheads. And this is the same thing with like Fortnite skins or just skins with microtransactions. Kids are spending their money on smaller things. That's how they get their money. They get money in small quantities. So I'm not gonna. People say Alienware is expensive. Okay, you probably don't have, you know, money coming in beyond like $9 an hour or something like that. I get it. I was in that boat before. I lived in inefficiency until I moved to Texas. I was like 29 or 30. So we are going to end the stream now. Thank you all for joining us today for this very impromptu stream that we didn't plan, we didn't promote. Thank you all for coming here, because we didn't even say that we were doing this on social media at all. I just went to the bathroom, took a little whiz, told Ernie we're going to go live when I wash my hands. He's like, okay.
As I was grabbing water.
As he was grabbing water.
Like, all right.
So that's how sudden we decided to do this, because we wanted to give you guys more in-depth information about the Area-51m. Follow us on Twitter. Ernie is at SpaceCase522. I'm at AW_Umar. And Anna, who I'm going to turn around the screen to show you.
Hello, I'm Roxy Surf Chick.
Anna is at Roxy Surf Chick on Twitter as well. She was sitting there. She was playing Beat Saber a little bit during the beginning of the stream.
Also, check out Arena, and we'll be updating.
Yeah, so there's lots of CES stuff that's happening. So on Arena, Ernie has a news post that we're all kind of going to go in there and edit, because we're all admins, because we're cool. Any new news that we find out, we're going to be putting it into a mega post that's on Arena, a mega news post. So there's a link on the rotator. You go to the rotator, you click it, it'll take you to the news post. We're going to try to fill it up with as much information that we're finding from different media sites. and put it in there so you can see all the information that's coming out. And then what else do I want to quickly tell you guys? No live stream Thursday.
Live stream tonight.
There is a live stream tonight, but not here on YouTube.
On Twitch.
There is a live stream, an exclusive performance by the Glitch Mob on the Alienware Twitch channel. It's at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Another thing, I don't know if you guys looked on Arena or if you looked on our social media, we do have a partnership now with Riot. Yes, that Riot with League of Legends. There's lots of news that we got out there. What a fun day it's been. Yeah, that information is there. By the way, while I did say the Alienware Area-51m is most likely going to be available tomorrow or late January, early February for you to order, the Alienware M17 is 100% ready for you to just go in there and start making your orders. So you can go ahead and go and do that. And if it does say, I haven't looked at the page yet, but if it does say like, oh, it's using the NVIDIA 10 series graphics, and it says, it'll probably say like, oh, auto upgrade to the latest GPUs when they're available. It means you're gonna get an RTX card. That's what it means. Like, don't be shy. Go ahead and make your orders. I'm just gonna leak that out there. Yeah. I've had too many calls today about it. I'm just gonna say what I want. Leave me alone. So yeah, you can definitely go ahead and order the M17 now if that's something that's in your wheelhouse that you want to do. And that's a lot of things. Subscribe to the Alienware YouTube channel. That's something that really drives this team.
Please.
Por
favor.
That's it. Talk to you all later.
Later, guys.
Oh yeah, and I do need to add Ernie to the end credits. I need to make new end credits. So look at our old end credits.